Avenel and Duckworth, glad to be joined by them. So, events since Donald Trump lost the 2020 election have made it clear there's an epic battle happening within the Republican Party. Unfortunately, too much of the Republican Party has already been taken over by MAGA Republicans. And how extreme MAGA Republicans have become was on full display this week at CPAC. CPAC, the MAGA Republican event of the year, amazingly had Viktor Orban, one of the leading autocrats, one of the leading anti-democratic people in Europe, who has whittled away democracy in Hungary, as their lead speaker. Is that incredible? To praise Orban, who fights democracy at every turn, and make him their speaker? That shows you where this Republican Party is headed under MAGA Republican domination. The MAGA Republicans, who claim to be defending liberty and freedom, align themselves with elements that are advancing an authoritarian agenda. It's sickening to see that 2 weeks after the shooting in Buffalo, Republicans as prominent as Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson spoke at the same event as one of Europe's most prominent white nationalists and authoritarians. It's scary. It's a strange shift for one of America's two parties and should send a chill down the spine of every American. Democrats are relentlessly and strongly highlighting the differences between our vision for a brighter future for America and the MAGA Republican dystopian, authoritarian view. MAGA Republicans are now dominating their party, and Republicans in the Senate as well, and they're moving the party away from things it has often stood for in the past. The contrast becomes clearer and clearer and clearer every day. For instance, Democrats want to codify a woman's freedom to make decisions about her own body into federal law, but MAGA Republicans want to take away women's rights. They're pushing a national abortion ban. They want to jail women and doctors for carrying out abortions. They even push bans with no exception for rape and incest. Democrats are pushing to repeal Trump's tax law giveaways to the wealthiest few and the big corporations. Senator Scott and MAGA Republicans want to raise taxes on working families by an average of $1,000, while cheering inflation as a political gold mine. That's what Scott said. Inflation is a political gold mine. Can you imagine? MAGA Republicans and Fox News hosts promote deranged conspiracy theories like replacement theory to gin up ratings and turn out voters. The MAGA Republican agenda, in short, is totally out of step with the values of mainstream Americans and with the grand history of America. It would be a dramatic turn away from our march towards freedom and prosperity. I know not all Republicans embrace the views of MAGA Republicans. I know many of them support women's rights or embrace diversity and certainly reject theories like replacement theory. Those Republicans who are not MAGA in the Senate and in the country need to speak up. I urge Republicans in the Senate and in the country to repudiate the MAGA wing taking over the GOP, but all too often, and you've seen it at this podium, there's silence. We can do that this week, when the Senate will have a chance to take a stand against extremism by voting to begin debate, simply begin debate, that's all the vote will be, on the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act. It's a simple question. Should the Senate consider a bill to crack down on domestic terrorism and extremism? Yes or no? We need to take the first step to fight domestic terrorism. We'll see where everyone falls. I know when confronted with the contrast between what Democrats stand for and what MAGA Republicans stand for, the American people are squarely on our side. So we're going to keep up the fight. We're going to keep highlighting the contrast between the two parties. The differences could not be clearer. Senator Durbin.